Hello and welcome to week 6 of the Healthy Happy Gut program. This week what we're chatting about is mindset, because without a positive mindset we will not achieve what we want to achieve, or we will not maintain what we want to achieve for the long term. Okay, so let's talk about beliefs first. If you were to think something is hard, really difficult, it's going to be really difficult. If you were to think about the positive things that you're gaining from doing whatever it is you're doing, you're going to be so much more likely to stick to it and do the things that you need to do in order to get to the goal that you want to achieve. So for example, if you think that, oh my goodness, it is so hard to be gluten and dairy free, or the food is so boring, or I don't have time to food prep. If you think those thoughts, you're not going to stick to the plan. If you turn it around, so catch yourself when you're thinking those negative thoughts and think, how can I turn this into a positive thought and positive energy? So what then would you change those thoughts into? So for example, the whole I don't have time to food prep could be, when I set time aside each week to do my food prep, my week runs so much more smoothly. It is easy to have dinner done each night and have a nice healthy meal that I feel good about eating. For another one is, my kids don't like the food. Then change that around to, if I implement healthier habits for my kids now and healthier foods, they are going to be healthier and happier and more well because of that. So try and think about what you're gaining from doing what you're doing. Turn those negative thoughts into positive ones. And if you have any trouble doing that, so if there's something that you keep thinking over and over again and you're like, I can't get this out of my head, how do I change that? Then let me know, because I'd be more than happy to help you change it around and turn it into a positive one instead. Because at the end of the day, if you think it's hard, it's going to be hard. If you think it's easy, it's going to be easy. What you think is what you create. So what you put out into the universe will happen. So yeah, you manifest your thoughts at the end of the day. And it's going to be so much more difficult to actually stick to your goals and achieve your goals if you're constantly thinking about the negative things. Really think about what you're gaining from doing it and why you wanted to do it in the first place. What will happen when you achieve that goal? What will you benefit from doing that? All right. Secondly is, let's make sure we're setting goals. So having a yearly goal is really good. And then even having a 6-month, 3-month or 2-month goal is also really good. What we then want to do though is focus on the one that's shorter, because that's going to help you get to the next goal, right? And break it down. So if you have a to-do list every day of what you need to do, also make sure in that to-do list there is something in there that's helping you to get towards your goal. So often we can get caught up in doing whatever needs to be done every day. However, a lot of those things aren't important in the long term. And are they getting you closer to where you want to be? So for example, if your goal was to sleep better at night, what are the things that you can do each day to help you get a better night's sleep? If you're in pain, can you do something about that? If you wake up between 1 and 3 a.m. every morning because you have high stress in your life, what can you do in order to help you manage that? So things like meditation, or making sure you're winding down each night. Taking time out for yourself each week is also really important. And yeah, making sure we're breaking it down and doing those things that are going to work towards our goals. So a lot of you actually want to lose weight. So what do you need to do to lose weight? Do you need to track your macronutrients? Do you need to track your calories? Do you need to make sure you're actually exercising at least 3 times a week? Do you need to make sure you are getting in at least 10,000 steps a day? So really make sure those little goals are there too, because they're what's going to take you to your bigger goals. So focus on day-to-day stuff. Yes, have a bigger goal in mind in the future, but also really consistency is key. So we need to break it down into those smaller goals that we do each day, because that's what's going to get you to those bigger goals, okay? So to reach the top of the stairs, we need to take one step at a time. Okay, with our goals, we also want to make them smart. So are they measurable? Are they attainable? Are they realistic? And are they trackable as well? So be specific about it. So don't just say, I want to be able to run by the end of the year. How far do you want to be able to run, and what date do you want to put on that? Another one is like if you wanted to be able to do pull-ups, or just be able to keep up with your grandkids, for example, to have that energy. What are you going to do each day to get there? And just make it as specific as possible, because that's what's going to help you actually get to that goal. Okay? Make it exciting as well. Don't make it a boring goal, because if it is a boring goal that just focuses on a number on the scale, it's not exciting. It's not going to light you up. So when you're setting that goal as well, think about why is it that you want to achieve that goal? What are you going to get out of that? So if you wanted to lose weight, why is it that you want to lose weight? Is it because you want to feel confident or comfortable in what you're wearing? Is it because you want to have the energy to keep up with your kids? Is it because you want to move freely without pain? So these are the things we need to consider when we are setting goals. What are you going to gain from it? And then lastly, something that helps to put us into a positive mindset for the day is writing out some gratitudes in the morning. Now you can start with one, but eventually you should be writing five gratitudes that you are grateful for now. And also think about gratitudes that you will be grateful for in the future. So an exercise that I used to do was write down 5 gratitudes that I'm grateful for now. And then I also wrote down 5 gratitudes that I was grateful for in the future. So I would still write it as, I am so happy and grateful now that ... And I'm not kidding, back when neither of my kids were sleeping through the night, it was, I'm so happy and grateful now that my kids are sleeping through the night and I'm getting a full night's rest, waking up refreshed and energized. And I kid you not, when I actually focused on writing that, they would sleep all night. When I forgot to write my gratitudes, they would have a shit night. So what you think and what you put out to the universe will happen. You will create your own reality by the beliefs that you're thinking and the thoughts that you were thinking. So really be grateful for the things that you have in your life. Again, this helps us get us out of that negative mindset and the weight that's dragging us down. So even if it was that you had a coffee in peace by yourself, uninterrupted in the morning, like that's something to be grateful for. You've got a roof over your head. That's something to be grateful for. You've got dinner on the table every night. That's something to be grateful for. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant. It can be just little things that you don't think much about. But if you were to go without those things, I'm sure you would be so much more grateful and happy and thankful when you got those things, like electricity, having fresh water, those sort of things. So yeah, make sure you are start writing gratitudes if you're not already. Start with just one for now and one for future you, and then work on increasing that if you can, okay? This will definitely help your moods and help you become a happier person as well. Okay guys, that is it, I think, about mindset. So we've discussed changing our beliefs and our thought patterns. We've talked about goal setting. And we've also talked about being grateful and having gratitudes each day. I feel like these are 3 key things that we can do to really help us with our mindset and to achieve those long-term goals and stick with them. All right, guys, have a great week, and I'll talk to you again next week. Bye.